What's going on, everyone? Time to check some cameras and take a look at the food plots. Back here at the interior kill plot, and that's looking good. Clover's coming up. Still got some brassica and some chicory mixed in here. But I'm going to pull this chip back here, and we're going to go check the strip plot and the front plot, because those two were planted a few weeks ago. This one obviously came up this year, like I talked about in the previous video. If you look at all the previous video, this is basically an update. So I'm going to run back here, pull this chip, and then we're going to go take a look at the strip plot and the front plot and see how the growth is doing. It's been so dry. We have not had very much rain in Wisconsin here. Hopefully things are taking off. So I'm going to pull this chip, get this done, stay tuned, and we're going to go take a look at the other plots. Alright, so we're going to take a walk back in here, and this is more in the center of our property. And we're going to take a look at the strip plot where we planted it's Austrian sweet peas and buck forage oats. We've never planted anything in this area before, so I'm really hoping this will take off, because like I said, more food and try to hold the deer here. This is right in a central hub. There's a lot of they bed everywhere in here. Alright, from what I'm seeing, this is looking good. Oh yeah. Well, if you can see down this way, all the way down here, look at all that growth coming to me, and I'm roughly in the center of this strip. And if you look down this way, oh, we got growth that is coming up great. Water, the soil looks moist, so we must have got some rain, but that is very promising. But you can see the kind of some of the peas that are coming up in here, and then you got all the what looks like grass is actually the buck forage oats coming up. But looking down this way, I mean, this looks spectacular. This is getting me excited. Just oh man, we put in the work for it, and this will come up a lot. Yeah, this will get really tall, it'll be waist high. Kind of the gamble you take with running a new plot too, and running it right, you know. I mean, soil, like I said, the soil's not the best, and I cleared this out this year. This is where they logged it, and there was a lot of tops down and trees and stuff like that, but this looks, this is looking really good. So this comes up, and there's gonna be deer all over in here. So the strip plot is looking good. Looks like our plan might come together here. So I don't think it might, it's gonna come together. I got faith. Gotta have faith. So, this has got me excited. This looks really good. Just pulled my chip out of my camera too. I have so many pictures to look at. In roughly about 2.5 weeks, I have about 1,500 pictures to look at on one camera. And we have multiples out here. So, oh boy, lots of deer movement. So yeah, this is really looking good. So this is the strip plot. If you look on the last video, this is the strip plot we planted here. Now I'm going to burst around. We're going to go to the front of the property and go to where we planted Grandpa Ray fall draw plus some kale. And we're going to go take a look at that plot. Hopefully that's coming up good. And we've had a cell cam on there, and we've had some bucks, some does. We have a camera back here that we've had some bucks. There goes a deer right there. Finally listened to me, just got up and took off. I told they lay right in here off this edge a lot. So I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go check the front food plot. Let's take a look at that one. Like I said, that's got a whole different mixture. So things are looking good. Come on, hunting season. Alright everyone, so as I promised, we're going to look at some bear pictures. So you got to bear with me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be holding the camera, looking at my computer, and we're going to be clicking through the pictures. This is the most MRI, most recent information of this last week. We're starting to ramp the baits up. September 7th is when I hunt. So pumped. And wait till you see the pictures we got. And wait till you see the picture of one of the bears that came in. Even though he came at night, not going to throw my eggs in a basket to kill a bear that caliber, that size. All the stars have to align. But you never know. He's there, but there is lots of bears. Quality bears, but we're going to take a look. Like I said, I promised you bear pictures, so let's take a look at the most recent information, bear pictures. So, like I said, I'm gonna be talking behind the camera and holding it at my computer. So, bear with me here. So right here, as you can see, this is the 21st of August, I believe that says, oh, it's 4:19 p.m. Got a bear coming in. Here we have a sow and a cub. There's a sow and 3 cubs that are frequent flyers at this bait, and it happens to a lot of guys. I know a lot of guys have been talking that their baits have been turning off. My baits have been hot. The reason is good bait, bait a lot, and bait often. Because if you don't think there's other guys baiting around you, most of the time you're going to be wrong. There is. So let's click forward some more. Here we got the sow and 3 cubs. They're always there. Frequent flyers. There they are again. Now here we got a new bear that came in. Looks like either a young sow, young boar, came in at night. But there's one bear in particular that I know it's not this bear. He's very scrawny, looks like a young boar, but he's there all the time, and that's not this bear. This bear is filled out a little bit more than the one that I'll show you in a little bit here. Like that bear's not bad, but this bear is small. That bear is... Actually, if you see my cursor on my mouse, this bush back here behind this bear has been my gauge for a lot of the bears. They come in right through here past my camera, or they come in right where this bear's facing. And this bush has been my gauge. The bait's right here, if you see the cursor of my mouse. And this is my gauge of the size of a lot of those bears, because I know how big this bush is. And that bear right there, that's a young bear. That bear is like 110 pounds, maybe. And there he leaves. That's a very small bear. Now this bear right here, this is a nice bear. This is a shooter bear in my book. I would not turn this bear down. This bear's upper, I mean, I don't want to say 200, maybe possibly 200, but it's a nice bear. It's very square head, very big front end, so I'd say it's a boar, not a sow. There's distinct things that give a sow away, but I'd say it's a solo boar. This bear here, I would shoot. If he came in daylight, that's a dead bear. There's another small bear. That bear is 100 pounds, young bear. Another young bear. There's a bear really saying hello to the camera. Now here's a bear walking away. That's a young bear, probably between 120, 150 pounds. Because like I said, I'm always gauging. You can't see my cursor very well in here, but off that bush to the left of that bear, it's a decent bear, but I don't know. I'd have to see it up close a little bit better, but that's a small bear. So now here, this bear here, this is a nice bear. This is definitely a boar. He's by himself. You can see he's very heavy in the front end, long neck, long head, broader shoulders, everything. That's a nice boar. Engaging off that bush, this bear here, I would say, is at least 200 pounds. This bear here, if he showed up, he's gonna get her. But really nice bear, quality bear. I mean, stout. Definitely a boar. That one there, shooter, game over, tag filled. Yes. So now here's that bush again in the back. If you can see my cursor, I know it's hard, but this is that sow with the cubs. See my cursor on her. And so she's really skinny. She's always nervous, always typical sow with cubs. They're nervous. They're circling the bait, popping their jaw, because there's a lot of bears close. They know it. But she's small. I mean, she's 120 pounds probably. So there's her with her cubs. Now here's the bear I'm talking about. This bear, he's very skinny, very lanky. He comes in all the time for the last month. He's there every day, pretty much, at least once a day, if not more. I believe he's a young boar, solo boar, and he's there all the time, but he's maybe 100 pounds, not a shooter. Now this is the sow. You don't see the cubs in the picture. This is her again. She's coming from a different angle. And there's the cubs. And she's real distinct. She's real skinny, lanky, real skinny legs. Carries her weight in the back. She's a young sow, very small bear. You can see the cubs playing in the bait. There's a coon. Not coon season yet. Now, now folks, you see that bush? That is a giant boar. That boar right there, you can see the logs kind of in the bait. Let's find my cursor, my mouse. Here's the bush back here. Most of the bears that come in are about this height on that bush right here. And that bear right there, folks, that is a 400, if not better, pound bear. That is a giant boar. And I had one other picture of him one night where he came in almost to the day, and the scary part is it says 12:54 a.m. on the 23rd, and he came in at 12:53. He runs a circuit. He's got a pattern. Is he killable? It's really tough when you get a big bear like that. Like I said, all the stars got to align, and he would have to make a really terrible mistake. Is he killable? Yeah, he's an animal. He lives. But when they get this big, he's played the game. He knows what's going on. But folks, if you look very close, here's my computer screen. We're gauging off this bush back here again to the top of that bear's back. You see how long his neck is? That, folks, right there. And you that bear hunt, that is a monster. Like that, they just don't come around like that very often. That boar right there, he is a old dominant boar, big boy. Get one like that, that's a bear of a lifetime. If any guy gets a chance at a bear like that. So look at that baits here. You got half those bear. I mean, they're like right in here, about this size and this circumference where I'm circling. And I mean, look at the size of that bear. That is an absolute giant bear. So that has got me stoked. But to get them, that'd be pretty tough. But it's exciting to see them. Some of the time, every once in a while, you get a picture of just a monster like that, which is sweet. And here's him. I believe this is him when he's leaving. Just a shot of him, and then he's gone. Here's the sow and cubs. They're back, of course, every day like usual. Mom and the babies. Mom and the babies. And here's a younger, this is that skinny bear again, that young boar, I believe. And I've got other side pictures. I'm pretty sure he's a boar. He's young. He's leaving the bait. Here he is again. Here's a better shot at him. He's real skinny, real lanky. Not a bear I'm after. Probably tastes good, but I'm out for a little better than that. I've shot one bear already, so I'd like to up the ante a little bit. There's a bear you can see down in the corner coming in. So, we got bears. They're coming in. We're starting to ramp things up and get the baits hot and heavy. We have our special little tips and tricks. I can't give them all away to you. We're not dog runners, we're bait hunters. But we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, in the last week, when this video goes up, it might be a week from now, but a lot of guys are saying their baits are turning off. What's going on? I don't get it. Well, the acorns are coming down a little bit now, so they're naturally going to go to that. But if you got good bait and know how to bait your site, you'll be just fine. Because I'm running this bait and probably going to go up north this weekend and run another one, and I'm sure that one will hit too. And I'm not too worried. We're going to see bears. September 7th, we will be up hunting. We'll film bears. We're going to bring it to you. We always keep it real. Peterson Outdoor Films. Just wait. So I promised you bear pictures. There they are. It's part of this video with the food plot. But stay tuned. There's always going to be more coming. But bears, bears, bears. Oh, can't wait. Oh, I'm so excited. Me and Brother Jay keep talking about it. Time to get it done. So, yes. Alright, so I'm in the front of the property now, and this is the first food plot we planted in that previous video. If you look, it says kale, Nebraska mix, a whole different type of stuff. But what I'm looking at, deer tracks everywhere. If you look behind me, we got major growth going on. So what we're doing is coming together, and it is working out really good. This is coming up phenomenal. It's coming up lush, it's coming up thick, and it's got a long ways to go yet before we even hunt. So this is looking really, really promising. Let's take a look at this. So as you can see, here it is. I mean, there's deer tracks all over, so they've already been in here munching away. It's a little sparse in this area here, but I can still see spots where this stuff here, it just hasn't grown quite as fast as some of this other area. And sometimes it depends on where the sun hits or different things like that, but this is looking really, really good. So I'm super excited to see what this produces. We have a cell cam on here, and there's been deer here quite a bit. So once this grows up thick and lush, they will be in here. And they're already in here. They'll be in here even more. Once all the browse dies and everything, this will be solid deer. So food plots, looking really good. Looking really, really good. I think our plan's going to come together. Now we just need to schwack some big bucks. So I'm excited. September 7th, bear season. Oh, can't wait. Can't come fast enough. Yeah, like it's 2.5 weeks, and I am heading north, out of here, hopefully to kill a bear. Had a lot of bears coming in, got a lot of pictures of them, but deer, bears focused on right now. I got early goose coming up September 1st, and teal season. August needs to go bye-bye so we can get hunting. I'm sure there's many other guys that feel the same way. So I'll sum it up with this. I'll see if I can get some pictures on my computer and kind of mix them in here. We'll look through some things if I get some nice bucks and hopefully throw some bear pics in there. But other than that, a little update on the food plots. Oh yeah, what we're doing and what we're planning for our property in here is coming together. We're gonna see bucks and we're gonna hold deer here. That's the key. Hold deer, give them food, give them water. So stay tuned. Always like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching the videos. There's always more to come. Fall's gonna be coming soon. We're going to get into it thick. So be prepared for this year, everyone, because there's a whole lot more to come. So thanks a lot.